Hey, welcome back to Kat's Cooking Kitchen. I'm Kat. You can find me on Facebook and YouTube. Look me up. It's Kat with a K, K-A-T apostrophe S. Dave, there's a hummingbird outside. It's that time of year. We have to be alert to make sure our hummingbirds are still coming to the feeder every day. What I have planned today is my favorite zucchini bread recipe. I got this from my sister Connie. Thank you, Connie. And I just love it. Only instead of making loaves of bread, I'm going to use one of my mini muffin tins to do that. So let's get started and not waste a lot of time here. I'm going to put in 3 eggs. And I'm only going to crack them in a bowl just so I don't have to go digging in that deep bowl for shells if I happen to lose one in it. Okay, we start out with 3 eggs. So far, so good. Hey, how about that? Didn't get any shells in there. So we're going to put in our 3 eggs, 2 cups of sugar, one cup, 2 cups. Okay, put this down. I'm going to start it on low. Let it start blending those eggs and sugar together. Get them nice and light and fluffy. Okay. Next ingredient we're going to use is, I think it's a whole cup. Yes. 1 cup of vegetable oil. I usually pour this out into smaller oil containers, but I didn't have any in my small one. Okay, oops. A little bit of a mess there. Can't help myself. It's how I do. If I didn't make some kind of a mess while I was cooking, it probably wouldn't be any good. I think it's just part of the deal. Okay, so there's that. I have a new cutting board that I just love. See how it's shaped down here? And it butts right up against my bull nose. And it doesn't move. It's so nice to have one that can just stay out on the counter. I'm not always looking for the right cutting board. So let's get this mixed up. Not too fast, we'll have oil flying all over the place. And 2 cups of shredded zucchini. Had some really good zucchini this year. Some good zucchini I had was given to me by my friend Ann Emily. Her zucchinis are always delicious. Okay, there's that. Now I have 3 cups of flour in here. And we need a teaspoon each of baking powder. Let me double check that. I don't want to do it wrong. Yeah. Teaspoon each. Baking powder. Baking soda. Now I can't remember when I got this recipe if I made it with the nutmeg or changed it to cinnamon instead of nutmeg. But we're going to find out because I'm going to use nutmeg today. It'll still be good. I just can't imagine. I always had cinnamon in my zucchini bread. Okay, and 1 teaspoon of the nutmeg. Oh, do I have a teaspoon? That'll work. I think I'll use half a teaspoon of cinnamon to make up for the nutmeg I didn't have. Oh dear. I thought this is already open. Don't you just hate opening these things? It was such a pain. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to whisk that up. I do need a pinch of salt yet. A pinch of salt would be like 1/8 of a teaspoon. So that's why I'll go ahead and measure it out since I have them here. See how tiny that is? One-eighth would be a pinch. There we go. Get that all stirred together. Bring my KitchenAid back out here where you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to start it down on very low. That's as slow as it'll go, I guess. Really loose. Oh, here we go again. See if we can do this, keep from spitting the flour out. Nope. And then the rest of my dry ingredients. I can't believe how no more than I put in there. And that's as slow as mine will go. And I don't know why. Oh, and I forgot, since I'm making mini muffins, get my scoops out. And my spray. There we go. Now all I need to do is spray my first cooking sheet here with some Pam. I do that over my sink because if you do it over linoleum floor, you'll probably slip and break your butt. So I'm thinking my big scoop would be too big. So I'm going to stir it down Go clear to the bottom. There's that little divot. Sometimes your flour or sugar will end up there hiding. Okay. I am such a messy cook. Guess I don't have the patience I'm supposed to. Okay, so now all I'm going to do, I'm going to get a scoop. That's pretty full. And you might be making them too full. Maybe I better cut back a little. At 3/4 of it. Okay, and that's all I'm going to do. Then I'm going to stick them in the oven until they're done. And then I'll be back after they've had a chance to cool for a few minutes. And that way we can get them out of the pan. And I'll be back. Won't be gone long. Stay in there. Thanks, everybody. Hey, thanks for hanging around, everybody. So far I've gotten 48 mini zucchini muffins, and I baked them for 15 minutes, and they're perfect. These are the original ones I was making, and then I made these, and that went from this scoop to my small scoop. Still got it's a smaller scoop. I don't know if you can tell, but it is, and it fills them up just perfect, as you can see here. These just came out of the oven a couple minutes ago. But as you can tell, they're plenty big enough, and they're not overflowing the cup. So let's take a hunk of one. Look at that. I need milk. These are really, really, really good. When I post this video, I'll include in the comments a picture of the recipe. There's no details on it. You just start at the top of the list and go down. Of course, you mix all your dry ingredients and then pour it into your wet. And you'll get these super moist, delicious zucchini muffins. I'm telling you, them are some good zucchini. Thank you again, Connie Tracy, my sister, for sharing this recipe with me. It is my all-time favorite I've ever made. I don't think I'll ever make a different kind. And the little touch of cinnamon, I think, was a nice touch. I really like that little kick in there. So I'd probably either use a teaspoon of cinnamon and no nutmeg, or half of each. Half a teaspoon of nutmeg and half a teaspoon of cinnamon. It seems to have done the trick. That's what I did, since I only had half a teaspoon of nutmeg left. Who knows? I hardly ever use nutmeg. I had no idea I was low. So anyway, there you go. I don't know how many muffins I've got left. Probably about 24 more left in that bowl to make. And I'll get those going in a little bit, and I'll see you with the next video. Now this video, for all of you that know, I've been doing a lazy, what I call lazy keto, a low carb, since June 1st. I've lost 30 pounds since June 1st. So I'm very, very happy about that. But why I don't say it's a keto diet, because the strict keto people won't use the low-carb tortillas because they still have wheat in them, and they don't want any grains if you're strict keto. But I do, and I do just fine on them. So if I stop losing, then I'll probably have to start cutting back some of the stuff I like. And I've been using Aunt Millie's Let me get one out. This is called Live Carb Smart. Now there's a black line in it because I went up to the outlet store and these were outdated. So they're in the refrigerator. This is honey wheat and it is so good, y'all. So good. And this has 35 calories a slice and 3 net carbs a slice. Some of them, like the white, is a little lower. Honey wheat is probably the highest because it says honey on it. Let me see. I've got another one in here, my wheat. Yeah, this one's my wheat. And it's the same thing, Live Carb Smart by Aunt Millie. And it's 30 calories a slice and 1 net carb per slice. And the white's just as low as the wheat. So it is so good. They also have, the honey wheat, the white, and a 5-seed. I've not tried the 5-seed. I did a long time ago, but I couldn't tell you what the counts were anymore because that was like 4 years ago. But anyway, there you have it. A non-carb or a high-carb zucchini muffin. Now, in the next day or two, I'm going to make some cream cheese keto cookies. We're going to see how those turn out. I'm anxious to try those. Might get to them tomorrow. So, go out there, enjoy. Be as good a person as you can be. Be nice to others. Be kind. You have no idea what the story is with them, and some people are just, it's hard not to, you know, treat somebody that's so nasty with any compassion, but I try not to let it get to me too often. I'm a work in progress, but we don't know each other's stories, so we have no idea what they're going through. So let's just try and be a little more tolerant in a world that seems to not have any tolerance at all anymore. I think that should be taught in our schools, how to be kind, tolerant. We'll see. We'll see. But that's it for today, and I do thank you so much for watching. Remember, you can find me on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, good night.